So we are here in the community of Lubia, where we continue our coverage today to hear the stories of Hurricane Maria. And we know tomorrow will officially mark the 5th year anniversary of Hurricane Maria. So today we've decided to take a trip around the island and just to share some of the stories and what citizens went through on that day, and 5 years later what they can remember specifically about that day, the events that unfolded, and their overall feedback. Now, right here in the community of Lubia, we have a story. It's a very somber story where we're going to hear from Father Sylvester Joseph, who is going to tell us about that evening and losing 2 of his daughters. And he lost his daughters, unfortunately, the river, as you can see right now. Well, right now a very quiet stream, but September 18th or 17th, 2017, that quiet stream that you're looking at right now, it developed into a very raging monster, and unfortunately took 2 lives, more than 2 lives, but the lives of 2 of Mr. Joseph's daughter. So Mr. Joseph, I thank you for speaking to us today, and can you just tell me, Mr. Joseph, today the 17th of September 2022, 5 years ago at this very moment in the afternoon, how did the day start off for you? What was your day looking like? And we'll move forward and you'll tell us the events that unfolded. Yes. September 17th, we know the day started off. We had a few showers on that day. What can you remember about the day itself?
Rain was falling and everybody was waiting, watching what happened. But in the process of the rain falling, the movement of the rain was moving so fast. So it's like everything happened on a level where it's like you cannot give account to how fast that happened. You just know that happened, and if you can remember what you can remember, it's just that it is, check. So as for me, I can remember.
But you can recall that day the rain started falling and you and your family making preparations. Mr. Joseph, with being in close proximity of I'll show the stream, it's very quiet right now, a very quiet stream. Being in such close proximity to it, did it cross your mind that you should probably move from that location and go somewhere else, or you did not anticipate that it would become what it did?
Well, the fact and the truth about the fact is everybody, for how long we live in there, we never know that river to be wide. So Maria, for myself, I experienced that thing, and in all my life growing up I was living by a ravine called Michelle, and I never see things like that. So for me, Maria was something I just kind of explained. It just happened, and I cannot say, but I have an idea. It wasn't just nature, you know.
Yeah.
We had other things to do with it.
Okay.
So that is just after the hurricane. That is what I will see for myself with my spirit, you know. It wasn't just a natural hurricane. That's something more than that. So that's like the kind of way that happened. That's why people had to lose life. People had to lose home, because we never experienced that kind of thing. So we was really waiting to see if we could go to the resource center. But the way things was moving, the radio seems to me like the radio was giving you false information, because this the radio we was listening to, and 2 radio stations fighting with each other, because all this kind of confusion there to happen to, because if everything was up to the time, people would know exactly what happening, how fast you can move in, but one radio station telling you one thing, another one telling you another thing, so people was just confused. So that happened to us. We listened to the radio, and by the time we wondering if to go in the center, rain coming, and that happened so fast, the river come down there so fast, we don't know how that was. That was just a mistake there.
Yeah.
Check.
So unfortunately, I would now like for you just to tell me about when it actually started passing over Dominica, and the events which unfolded, which unfortunately led to the death of 2 of your daughters. And can you highlight your 2 daughters' name for me, please, and their age at the time?
Well, Yakaira Joseph, she was 14 years, and Destiny was 4 at the time.
Yakaira, who was 14, and Destiny, who was 4 at the time they lost their life. Okay, so can you do have a picture? Can you just show us the picture of 2 of your daughters? No problem, no problem. But okay.
Yes,
So Mr. Joseph just going to get a photo of two of his daughters, Yakira Joseph, who lost her life on September 18th, 2017, and Destiny Joseph, 4 years old, who lost her life as well due to the passage of Hurricane Maria. So he's just about to get a photo for us. And this, of course, is the river that he's speaking about. As you can see, a very quiet stream, but on the evening of September 17th, this river, it erupted to so much more and claimed the life of two of his daughters. Okay. Okay. So this is Yakira and Destiny.
The red one is Yakira and the younger one is Destiny.
So, Mr. Joseph, what do you recall in that moment? Can you just tell me, I know you said that by the time the river started raging, it got too late. So can you just tell me how everything started unfolding, please, after that?
Well, let me see if you are going nowhere again. We are in the upstairs here. But then after the roof up, or the roof of the house come out on that so fast there. So I check in the window downstairs for shelter because the rain falling on us. In the little time we go downstairs for the shelter to reach downstairs. We've already done this already and all downstairs. So we're trying to go back up upstairs because I realized the water coming downstairs. But in the process of trying to go back up now, we had somebody with us know that I would say that caused the accident to happen because he said lost his life.
He lost his life as well.
So in the process of coming upstairs, by the little house at the front. But the little house was what I was stopping all the debris from coming to us inside there, you know. Yeah. And what happened is he gone open the window of the little house to see what happening outside. And when he do that, that is when the water and everything now start to get away for it to come inside. So it happened to burst everything, and time them children realize what happening, they still trying to run upstairs, their mother coming upstairs, that thing bursting, the wall falling down on me. That was below, they're trying to cross them out from the river, from downstairs, the wall fall on me, and that is it. Like after I just screaming while I under the wall, and then after I just doing nothing again. Then when I do recover from that under the wall, I was still downstairs with my uncle and my aunties downstairs. That when the passing on the roof of my auntie house to come back inside there. And when I reach inside there, there's only woman telling me like to train that to go down the river, check. But I was dead under the wall, and I know Father gave me life back for me to come back alive and to meet my family because it was crucial and they really could see me for a moment, you check.
Yeah.
So
And
God was doing what he was doing to check right there, you know, to make that possible. But it wasn't easy. The system looked like a wall, never shift. I watched this system look straight like a wall. You could just go inside of it and come out and it's not moving. And people wouldn't believe that because they would find like as if it's impossible. But the system looked just like a wall from here to go down the whole, maybe I would say all by DBS. Because from when I reach inside here, when I watch from the back, what I saw, I could see that from all the way going down. So God had a serious part to play in what happened there, because all of us could have lose our life.
And how many children do you and your how many children at the time were present during her? 6 of them. Okay, 6 of them, and the 4 others they made it safe upstairs, but
I got to get a glass of my woman said, and a big injury, you know, put that to go Santa and go to a toilet from that. So, and then they come back after. But it wasn't easy. But now it's still not easy because we still live in the same place and because we never get no help to say help. There's 1-2 people in the village, in the community that helping us, bring a little groceries for us. But other than that, nothing, not a house we get from the government, nothing. You check? So me say I just doing what I doing to just stay alive for the time.
yes, sir. Mr. Joseph, how has it been? I know that very same, and of course we'll show our viewers the very quiet stream right now. But of course, this was the stream that erupted, and it claimed the life of 2 of Mr. Joseph's daughter, Yakira, who was 14 years old. She attended the Goodwill Secondary School. Dominica Grammar School, and the 4-year-old Destiny Joseph, who lost her life, the Newtown Primary School at the time. How has it been for you within the past 5 years? Of course, 4 of your children, they made it out, but how has it been coping?
But seeing their mental state of mind is like, we still live in the same place. Every day we see the same brick step, we see the same things that causing us to remember. Those children, they're young, but it's affecting them. My bigger daughter, it's affecting her sometimes in her sleep. My son, my last boy, he slept all through the hurricane. He never resisted the light. When he get up from sleep, he sleep all through the hurricane. When he wake up from the sleep, I don't get to know those two sisters in the river. So he have a kind of a thing inside of him, like missing his last sister, and so all of us are kind of traumatized to a certain extent, you know. Every time the rain falling is
It's
not an
difficult.
easy road for me, boss.
Absolutely.
Because no matter where I be and the rain start falling, I have to leave there because I don't want nothing to happen and I'm not there. So it's like, it's not an easy road. It's not a nice feeling, okay? It's not comfortable. The roof still leaking, although I try to fix it. Right now, right about now, I cannot go on that roof there because it's rotten. If I try to do nothing on it, it's falling, going and fall and break down inside, and I don't have nothing to fix it. So all the time I just here in a state of mind, nobody don't know, you see. We just live in there, they're leaking still little 1-2 places. We don't have no kind of, to say like a house, to say you have a kitchen and you have a drawing room, you have a bedroom. Everything is just one inside there, so we living still. We just not under tap hole in the check.
Yeah, let me just show, and of course, all of this, what we're seeing, it's still damage caused by Hurricane Maria, correct, in the roof. So this is the condition. You can still see that the effects of Hurricane Maria on the Joseph family home 5 years later. Mr. Joseph, over the past, even yesterday, we heard, of course, of the warning of a tropical storm approaching the island. When you hear things like that, of a possible storm approaching, does it take you back to that days?
Yesterday was that day. All today, you seen the stagnancy of the weather, like the same way it was. It's just that the hurricane was not in process. But you see the stagnancy of the weather. That's not natural, you know. For me, that's not natural, that's not a normal thing. That they try to tell me climate change, but you see climate, man change. So they use excuse on climate change, so I can't blame them, okay? They're doing their thing to experiment, and it's us the people that paying for it, and that was exactly what happened in Dominica there. Dominica was part of the experiment to see how strong Dominica people is.
And Mr. Joseph, in your opinion, 5 years later, well, tomorrow will be the 5th year anniversary. 5 years later, what have your overall feedback in terms of how we've made it as a nation? I mean, after the storm, we saw the togetherness, but many are commenting that this has since gone. This has long gone, the togetherness that we once had.
Not so. You see, also at this point of time, tomorrow is my children's auntie birthday. And the day after is my daughter's birthday. So you can imagine them two people there, they don't have it easy every year that September coming. Their birthday gift is what it is, my dear. And it's not a pretty thing, you check? And so it is.
And you said that for the past 5 years, it's been difficult for you and your family.
Because I don't even know where
And
you know, to say like, people watching me and some people telling you, oh, when the bad weather, not to stay there, but nobody is telling you when the bad weather, oh, you can come at my home, you check. But everybody telling you not to stay there, so I supposed to just take my family and just go somewhere under a tree with them and not to stay there, you understand? So that is what I find that the people of the country, they lack in that sense of love and togetherness, you know, and communicating on a level where we used to be a godly nation before, you know, I don't know what happened, and everybody just start killing one another, you know, So for myself, I just see is a whole heap of wrong things that happening. All what father said that not supposed to be is that happening in our country. That's our country, how it is there. And if we don't watch ourselves, we'll we'll end up in a crucial state.
Okay.
Check.
And Mr. Joseph, what do you recall most? What do you remember or miss most about your Kyra and 4-year-old Destiny?
Well, I mean, my children, they used to make me enjoy my life, you know. Then 2 days, I mean, all the children special, but all my children were special, you know. And I lose 2 of them that I know their vibes was how it was. And everybody missing them the same way. Because all of us know what that was there, everybody know who they was, and even though they was already checked. But all of us know our children, I know my children what they were, so I don't afraid, but there's a lot of wrong things that go on in the place, you check. And I don't have too much to say again, you check me?
Yeah.
Because it's not to say like at the end of the just imagine as we say about the business we have. We're doing wood carvings, my girlfriend doing a sandcraft, doing different things inside there. We're selling plants and different plants we have selling.
I just want to show the public the plants that you all have available. So the family, they have, well, we can go see the carving. Okay, so Mr. Joseph is just going to give us a look as to how the family for the past 5 years, how they've decided to make their income. So he's saying that they've decided to sell plants, and of course he and his girlfriend, they've decided to go ahead and do some carving. So of course we're going to get a look of inside, so they'll provide us with some of the artwork. But of course we're here in the community of Lubia, just hearing the story of the Joseph family who lost 2 of their children, and 14-year-old Yakira Joseph and 4-year-old Destiny Joseph, who unfortunately lost their life during the passage of Hurricane Maria. So we're just going inside the home, and this is where you all have been.
Yeah, ever since.
You made your living for the past 5 years.
It's not a pretty place, but that is the little work we just do. And that is provide all my goods, everything doing for. And we don't have no help, no nothing.
So this is how you all have made your living over the past 5 years with your art.
Even before Maria, we check.
Okay.
But now things come slow, you have to research again. So we're just making things and just have it there.
If someone would like to contact you in terms of to purchase one of your arts that you have up on display here, or they would like to get one of the arts that are here on display on the shelf, how can they contact you all?
Well, we have numbers 317 5862 is my number, and 316 4966 is the woman number. So we have numbers you can call.
Okay. Mr. Joseph, before we leave, I'd just like to find out what would be your call to the nation. You said it yourself, 5 years on, we have somewhat been divided as a nation. What would be your call to the nation as we tomorrow observe the 50th anniversary of Hurricane Maria, and as we move forward?
Well, all I have to tell people is just know who they are and what they believe in, because you see the truth of life. If we don't live with the truth of life, all of us will end up in a lot of calamities. The truth that making things work. And in our country right now, we living on a lot of lies, They're fooling us and have us untidy. You check? And the truth is what that go and make everything be what it is. As long as it's not the truth we're dealing with, we're doomed to destruction. You check? And it's why I see it.
Okay.
So if people cannot help each other, like me, so for example, 5 years after Maria, I get a piece of land, but I don't have no help to say where I can get material or this. So I and my struggle is still me alone in my sin, trying to figure out how to do it and go places. They're telling you it's tight, they can help you. But I need help in many ways, you check, because my woman every day she have to wash clothes with her machine, we don't have is a hand and them kind of thing. Time we living in a modern time, you check, and we inside there in that kind of a state there, like nobody care about us from since that time. So I can say it because I seen it, you know.
Someone is asking that you provide your number. Once again, can you repeat the number for the people who are viewing the live that would want it to contact you?
317 5862 is my number, and 316 4966 is her number.
Okay. So Mr. Joseph, of course, I just thank you for sharing your very heart-wrenching story for us today. And 5 years ago, well, tomorrow will be the 5th year anniversary, but the eve, and you losing two of your daughter. We remember them in our prayer. 14-year-old Yakira Joseph and 4-year-old Destiny Joseph, and they were just two of the individuals who lost their lives during the passage of Hurricane Maria 5 years ago. So I just thank you for sharing your story for us today. Okay?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so to our viewing public, we just thank you for staying connected. Like we said, we're going across the island, just speaking to a few of the residents around Dominica to hear their Hurricane Maria story. And tomorrow will officially be the 5th year anniversary. So do continue to stay connected.